Welcome back to the channel. I told you I'm gonna be doing these in sequences, like little episodes. Um, this topic here is gonna be about uh, submit and submission. And what I'm saying is that you know how people want you to submit to their authority and try to tell you what the law is, and they really don't know what the law is because they live by statutes and codes and ordinance. And you know, when we talking about treaties, we talking about the Constitution, we talking about the Zodiac Constitution. You know, we talking about the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. We talking about the Bill of Rights. You know, when you do the history and you study the history, you can see that quote unquote Negroes or black folks could not be citizens. You know, we couldn't be citizens of the Union State Society, and that's just the United States of America Corporation. Okay, it was formed in 1925. Corporation. It was styled after the Republic, United States. Okay, so you have the United States, which is one. You have the United States of America, which is a corporation. You have the Republican form of government that exists in name only because it was dissolved. You have the United States of America, the International Monetary Fund, the United Nations, the bankers, right? These are the people that inherited the bankruptcy, right? The United States. So what happened after that was that they created the democracy, which was a new form of government. And then that government exists today as the United States of America. But like I said, the Moorish Americans was in power. The Moors was in power at that time. And those Moors that was in power are our ancestors. In other words, the black folks that y'all call black folks, and y'all give them those misnomers and y'all give them those tag names. Quote unquote, the black folks. Okay, the black folks are Moors. They're Moorish Americans. They are the blood children of their forefathers and their foremothers. And they've been coined and put through a slavery through all those years, and stripped of their names, stripped of their nationalities, stripped of their divine creeds. That's their religion, right? So that's why you got 3/5 of a man in the Constitution when it talks about free people, and then 3/5 of a man. Those people are slaves. Those 3/5 of people are the Moorish American children who has been subjugated and has been slaved as cattle and chattel to the United States Corporation, right? That's how the United States corporations stay in power, because it keeps sucking the life out of the 3/5 of the man who don't know he's free underneath servitude. All right, so you give the 2/5 back, and it creates the 5/5, which is the whole. And the 2/5 that's missing out of the 3/5 is the nationality, the person's nationality, because you're supposed to have all human beings in the world, on the planet, understand this. If you're watching this video, if you ran across this video, found this video, or whatever, if you a person, natural person, human being, you're a human being. You're a human being first. You were created by God first. All right, you created by Allah first. You created by the Creator first, right? You're a being created from a higher power, a higher source, a higher energy. And you're a part of that energy. Alright? You should have a connection to a bloodline. And what's wrong with black folks, quote unquote, the children of the Moors, they don't know their bloodline. That's why we have, and then you got people that's telling you, trying to tell you what your bloodline is. And throughout history, which is the Europeans, which they're not the real Europeans either, because the real Europeans were dark people. The original Europeans were dark people, you know, and I'm going to say olive colored dark people, you know, because they was the original people that was on the planet. But they'll try to, you know, you don't know your bloodline. And that's the problem in America, is because we don't know our bloodline and we don't know our history, because our history has been hidden from us for a long time. You know, and a lot of people just getting their real history told to them, and they're starting to do more research to gather the information, you know, to see, you know, that they've been lied to. So that's the story in a nutshell. You know, you have a bloodline and your blood connect to something, and it's people like me that come across and tell you that you are connected way beyond slavery. Your history is bigger than England history. Your history goes way past Queen Elizabeth's history. You know, their history is made up. So they got a fake history. Propaganda and their history is made up as a real history, because they lied and put their history to the pen in place. But they're not the heirs to none of this land, none of the earth. The Pope lied. The Pope is a lie. He has no connection with God at all. That's a lie. If he had a connection with God, this world wouldn't be like it is. But, you know, they took, and they got people scared of them because they have a military, and then they, you know, they want to genocide people and kill people off. But I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't care. They're not changing the world. So, you know, I can't care about somebody who can't change the world with all their God that they have. A lot of people have a lot of God and they can't even feed people. So I don't care about the Pope. Nothing about them. I care about my own people that look like me. I care about people who have good hearts, you know. But that's hard to judge sometimes too. I care about people. Period. I'm not gonna say, because sometimes you speak, from a place of being upset with, from what somebody have done throughout your history. And you have the right to be upset because you killed off my bloodline. You killed off my bloodline. You separated my people. You did everything you could against us. So why wouldn't hate you? So you genocide us all. You kill our people. You infect us with diseases. You brung diseases through the Columbian exchange. You go back to that information. You rape the women. You kill the women. You inbreed with the women. You empower people like the Ku Klux Klan. And I don't know, they're working on all the hours, all of the Moorish astrology and all of the science. Because the Ku Klux Klan is not, they're not no stupid people. I don't want y'all to ever think that, the worst thing you can do is call a person stupid. You know what I'm saying? They're not no stupid people. The Ku Klux Klan are very smart because they understand the circle of life. They understand astrology. They understand a lot of the numerology. Excuse me. They understand the science. So they're not moving, the Ku Klux Klan not moving, underneath no foolishness. They got calculated times on how they react to certain things, and it's like they're set up all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, they're throughout every state. We know everything about the Ku Klux Klan. At least I do. I have studied for a long time about the Ku Klux Klan. So I know a lot about how they set up. But they honor, the Ku Klux Klan honor is to their foremothers and their forefathers. Just like your honor should be if, you quote unquote Moorish American of my color, as an olive or either hue, human, with the melanin in our skin, you know what I mean? You should honor your forefathers and your foremothers, but you don't know who they are. So you can't honor nothing because you don't know what your blood connected to. So you got to figure out and trace your bloodline. So my job is to help you trace your bloodline. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some videos on each bloodline of different people, and I'm gonna let you know if that's your bloodline or not. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna do some videos on all the bloodlines of people on the planet, because you need to know how they look, You need to know where they come from, what geographical location. You know, if you look at Scottish people, you know, what are the geographical location? You know, not to say that uh, they're bound to that location, but to say, you know, where they, that's, that's where their culture. This is their culture. So you look at their culture. So we're gonna talk about bloodlines, but this video is pertaining to submitting. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, we can't submit to fictitious law, statutes, codes, ordinance. We talk about the Constitution. What the Constitution is. We talk about the Bill of Rights. We talk about laws. We talk about the things that's really law. You know what I'm saying? Supreme law of the land. The judges take an oath to the Constitution to uphold the Constitution. Public servants take an oath to uphold the Constitution. I need an oath, affirmation. The governors take an oath to the Constitution. The president take an oath to the Constitution. All these administrators, the sheriff, they take an oath to the Constitution. The House, they take oaths to the Constitution. House of Representatives take oath to the Constitution. Police officers take an oath to the Constitution. Firemen, they take an oath to the Constitution. Right? Us as people, as nationals, because I'm born in America. I'm born in America, but this is my home, right? Because I'm born here. Not to say that I'm from this part of this land. My people come from, the Moabites. So wherever the Moabites started from, all the way back to the land of Moab, right? All the way back to the biblical, all the way back to the biblical time. You know what I'm saying? That's still my people. I just so happened to end up in this part of Northwest of Mexico, Northwest of Mexico, which is Africa. If you didn't know, a lot of people don't know about America. They haven't taught you about America. You know what I'm saying? America is two words. If you take the word African and you take the suffix of African, and then you take the word Amexem and you take the prefix of that word, which was Amexem, and put it together, which is a compound word, right? When you take it, it should have been like a compound word, right? You took a but it's a single word, right? Because now you took two words, so it would have been a Mexican, and it would have been Africa. And you took them two words and you put them together to make the word America. It's a lot of wordplay, So, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm Maurice Bate, and I'm out.